Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been a while since I made a tutorial video and I have really been dying to make one, and today finally I am here with a guide on Kingdom versus Kingdom event. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So before we start with the video, let's try to answer a very simple question like what is Kingdom versus Kingdom event? So Kingdom versus Kingdom event, which is also known as War of the Kingdoms or most popularly known as KVK among players, it's a monthly cross server event where two servers who are potentially equal or balanced in terms of power are matched together, and then they compete for 24 hours to score more and more points, and at the end of the battle phase whoever has more points is declared the winner. Now I'm recording this video in September 2023. So right now we have K57 as our enemy, and I'm personally on K378 server. And for this month we have Lord of Light's Revival KVK. So now this is just one of the types of KVKs, and first of all let's have a look at different types of KVKs which we have. So for this month we have Lord of Light's Revival. What it means is that whatever troops which we lose during the battle phase, during the battle day, 24 hours, they all get revived on the diamond day or the next day. Therefore, this KVK is also most popularly known as no loss KVK because there is apparently no troop loss for real. Whatever troops you are losing on that day, they are all returned the next day. But there is a downside to it as well. Whatever merit we are earning during this KVK, it is getting reduced by 90%, which means only 10% merit of whatever we make stays and other 90% gets washed down, and at the same time we also are not able to earn any battle tokens or bravery tokens. Then another type of KVK which we have is Lord of Light's Glory. Now in this KVK we have 15% extra merit on offer, 15% extra bravery token and battle tokens as well, which means it is one of the finest KVKs in my personal opinion because you can gain more merit through it. You can also improve your badges faster through this KVK. Then comes the third type, and that is called Lord of Light's Blessings. Now this KVK in particular is more suitable for beginners who are still trying to build their account, who are often struggling with blue diamonds, as in how to get more, how to save more blue diamonds, what are the different sources of it. So for them it's a blessing. I mean, because after the battle ends and when we are gathering on the diamond day, all the lords receive 20% more diamonds. Then we have a fourth type as well, and that is Lord of Light Skips. Now in this KVK, this is a newly added version of KVK where we have a special raffle, where we have a special commander called Zia, and that raffle has different rewards, mostly Zia's medal, and after scoring certain amount of points, we as a whole server get some spin attempts on that raffle, and at the end of the battle phase if our server wins that KVK, then we also get some additional spins on that raffle. All in all, it would help you work on that new commander Zia a bit faster if we are managing to score all the minimum required points as a whole server. And then if you are winning it, then it's like a cherry on the top because you would also get some additional spins, and that would help you improve your commander Zia at a much faster pace. And then we had one KVK during the GoTWiC 4-year anniversary month, and that was Lord of Light's Carnival, but that was just one time version of KVK where we had weak defense troops. Basically they would appear around the great cities when people are holding the great cities for quite some time. Then those weak defense troops would appear, and they were actually quite weak, so you could easily defeat them and then obtain extra rewards. So that was one time. I'm not sure exactly when this KVK would actually return, so fingers crossed. But in general we can say that more actively there are 4 different types of KVKs which we have. Now we have discussed the types of KVKs. Now let's discuss how to gain or how to score points during the KVK. But before we get into it, let me tell you that there are two different kinds of rewards which can be obtained. Number one is alliance rewards, and number two is solo rewards. So basically, the source of making these points are exactly the same. The only difference is that whatever solo points you and your alliance members are making, they are all just simply added up, and that is your alliance score. Now, an interesting point is that when KVK starts, you are not able to change the alliance. So if you are doing KVK, or if you're starting the KVK with one alliance, you have to be with them until the diamond day is over. So now ideally let's assume that an alliance has 100 active members and they all score different personal points, and though all those personal points are added together, and that is the alliance score. Now when the alliance score reaches a certain number, then you are able to obtain a milestone reward. Similarly for solo points also, if you are scoring points after reaching a certain point, you would be able to claim a milestone reward. Apart from these, there are also ranking rewards. For example, for solo ranking, as we can see, rank 1 gets pretty good rewards and 30 unsullied medals as well. That is a SS Troop Appearance medal. Similarly, rank 2 gets 15 unsullied medals apart from other goodies. Rank 3 gets 10, rank 4 to 10 gets 5 unsullied medals, and so on. Similarly, for Alliance also we are having ranking rewards. Rank 1 Alliance gets 26 Zia medals apart from 90 Mountain Clan set chests and other goodies as well, of course. Now let's come to a more important point, as in how can we actually make these points? What are different ways to score these points? So the very first way is by refilling or occupying great cities. Now as we know, there are different great cities. As we know, we have King's Landing, Storm's End, Eyrie, Sunspear, Riverrun, Highgarden, Castle Rock and Winterfell. Now all these are called the great cities. Now King's Landing plays a most important role because it's the heart of the Westeros. It's where the ruler sits. That's the main throne, Iron Throne at the end of the day. So if you put your troops inside King's Landing, you get far more points compared to the points you make if you place your exact same number of troops in any other castle. So as you can see here, if you put 100 T4s inside KL, you would get 120 points in 5 minutes. But if you put same 100 T4 in any other GC, let's say Riverrun, you would only make 25 points. Apart from that, there is another way to score points, which is obviously my favorite, and that is by fighting. You can eliminate enemy troops, and for each tier there are different types of points you get. For eliminating T1 you get just 1 point, for T2 we get 2, for T3 we get 6 points, and for every T4 we get 18, for every T5 we get 36 points. And then comes the last option, which I personally do not like, but it's by far the most safest way I would say to score points and really beneficial for beginners in particular. That is the gathering point. Now before we proceed, there is a very important point to understand here, that in order to obtain points through gathering, you have to make sure that you are gathering on the enemy server. If you are gathering on your own server, it would not give you any point. Also, gathering gold on enemy server is far more productive compared to other resources. After gold, your priority should be iron, followed by stone or wood, and grain should ideally be your last priority, because as you can see, for gathering 1000 grain you are only getting 240 points, but at the same time if you gather 1000 gold you get 660 points. That's a big difference. So we have understood some basic points about the KVK. Now let's try to understand some other technical parts. The very first point is that KVK starts at Sunday reset. and it lasts for 24 hours. And after that, for next 24 hours, we have diamond day, where we get diamond mines. If you win the kvk, if your server wins the kvk, then you get level 1 to level 5 diamond mines. But if you lose the kvk, then you get level 1 to level 3 diamond mines. For this kvk, as you can see, I am on k378 and we have k57 as an opponent. You can see that we are clearly winning this kvk by a big margin. So we will be getting diamond mines ranging from level 1 to level 5, but K57 would only get diamond mines level 1, level 2 and level 3. Also, based on the outcome of the KVK, whether your server wins it or loses it, there are different rewards or advantages, benefits of it. So as you can see, the very first one is level 1 to level 5 diamond mines, which stay for 24 hours. And if you are defeated, and then you have just level 1 to level 3 diamond mines, which again last for 24 hours. But apart from that, there are two different advantages as well. The first one is glorious ballads, which says that while in effect the attack and defense of troops participating in AC, Army of the Dead, which is apparently dead, Siege of Winterfell, Champion City Siege and Glorious Battle will be increased by 20% each. So it takes effect for the entire server. Doesn't matter if you're taking part in the kvk or not. If your server is winning the kvk, then your troops will have 20% attack and 20% defense. But if in case you are losing it, you would have only 10% attack and 10% defense. Similarly, we have another advantage, that is the fertile harvest, which means that while it is in effect, you get 10% additional grain, food, gold, stone and iron, basically all the resource types. So these are the 10% additional resources which you are getting, but if in case you are losing, you only get 5% of the resources. Also, as you can see here, I have a free attempt to attack enemy server. This is because this is my alt and I have not logged into this account. I have not done any activity on this account. So now let's have a look. For that, let's go to the world map. Now, as we can see here, this is K378. This is the home server. Our local alliance G9R has held all the castles so far. Seems pretty good. Now let's have a look at K57. On K57, as we can see, the home alliance DKS has King's Landing, but all the other castles are also held by K378. And as you can see, the blue bar here, it's longer than the red one because we have far more points. We have 2 billion plus points, whereas K57 has 784 million points. So now, in order to score points, what we can basically do is we can either take any great city. For example, we'll go to Storm's End. We'll place our castle anywhere on the map, simply click on it, attack it, and then you can take the castle. Now it won't let me because I have troops outside on my home server, but this is just for example. Gathering, I suppose it's pretty easy. You just park your account somewhere safe, stay bubbled, use all the gathering buffs possible, and then you just gather the usual way. And in case you find someone unbubbled, let's say if there is an enemy, let's say we have an account here who is unbubbled. You think you are strong enough to fight, you are willing to fight, and you think that you can take on him, just go ahead, attack, kill troops, and then you can make points that way as well. So these are the three different ways in which you can make points. Now comes the final part of the kvk. As we are seeing that the attack countdown or the battle day is almost over, about to conclude. After that, we have 24 hours of diamond day. Now we have a proper timetable for different levels of diamond mines to appear, and they start from level 1 right after the reset. Then we have level 2, then level 3, then level 4 and level 5. Just like gathering iron, stone, wood, grain, gold, you can gather the blue mines, diamond mines as well. It's pretty simple, just like the normal gathering ones. And that is it. That's how simple the KVK is. I am not entirely sure why some people are too scared to participate in KVKs. They fear that they might lose too many troops, or there are many other reasons. But quite frankly, based on the rewards which we have, especially the Zia Commander medals which we are getting nowadays, I believe it's really important to participate. And a quick look at the commander as well. If you see, have a look at Zia. As you can see her, on this account I have her at green quality. I can get 15 more medals and then she'll be blue. And if you look at her awakening skill, it says that once she's 4-star, which obviously is not gonna be easy, but after reaching 4-star ability, we will get 30% extra battle tokens and bravery tokens every time we are taking part in KVKs. And at the same time, it also increases a gathered diamonds quantity by 100%. So let's say if you are gathering 1000 blue diamonds during the diamond day, you will get 2000. Now, before we end this video, there is one small point which I would like to point out, is that as you can see here, there is a free attempt mentioned. Now let me recall all these troops real quick and show you what this actually means, because I am from server 378 and I need to go to K57 to gather or to hit enemy castles, let's say, or to take a great city on that server. So what I need to do is, now I do not have any troops outside, I have a free attempt available. So just like a regular precise transfer usage, I would just click on an empty tile, relocate, use and confirm. Now as you can see, I have moved from K378 to K57. Now I can simply gather. Let's say I want to gather wood. Let's send whatever troops I have together, and there it is. Now they are gathering. Now if you can see here, it says return to own server. Now if I click on this button, I would return to my own server by using a random transfer. So let's say, okay, we have had enough of gathering. Let's recall our troops real quick, and then we will switch to the own server and return to own server and confirm. Now as you can see, we are back to K378, but now if you notice on the top, it says a countdown, and this countdown is for 30 minutes. So what happens is, one round trip to the enemy server and back to your own server is absolutely free. It's not timed, but after that, every time you are switching or jumping servers, you need to wait for 30 minutes. Now if I want to go to K57, let's say, again I will choose an empty tile, click on relocate, use and confirm. It says can use the transfer after this timer. So you cannot just freely jump between both the kingdoms as you want, and therefore it is very important to strategically decide these things as well once you start playing at a certain level. Because let's say if you are jumping on enemy server to hit an enemy castle, and let's say you hit this castle, you have the fervor now, and as we know that fervor lasts for quite some time, and that gives your opponent a chance to attack you back as well, because you cannot bubble. Now if you have a countdown and you cannot jump away to the home server as well, you in that case you would be stuck. You can neither go back to your own server to secure yourself, neither you can bubble. So that could be a disastrous situation, and trust me, I'm speaking from experience. And while we talk about jumping between servers and all, there is one interesting point which I would like to point out here, is that let's say you are sitting on your own server, like I'm sitting here right now, and I do not have the bubble and someone tries to rally me, but I do not have this countdown. I'm free to jump to the enemy server, and in that case, let's say someone is rallying me, then I can simply jump to the enemy server and that rally will get cancelled. Another thing that there are different types of KVKs, which in particular I believe is really fantastic, because if it's a no loss KVK, then you get to practice, learn, try different things, make mistakes. Doesn't matter how many troops you lose, they will all return the next day. Then comes the Glory KVK, where you get extra merit, extra battle tokens, and bravery tokens. Now, those extra battle and bravery tokens, as we can see here, these are the battle tokens, which are obtained by eliminating enemy troops, and these are bravery tokens, which, as name suggests, they are obtained by sacrificing your own troops. You can redeem these tokens for different badges out there. As you can see, for Inf War badge, we have infantry attack and infantry defense. Well, this one let's just skip. Then we have cavalry war badge with cav attack and cav defense, similarly for spears as well. Luckily, so far we don't have anything for bows, but apart from that, we also get some other goodies like total attack increase 40%. There are different shards as well which can be redeemed. So these battle tokens and bravery tokens are both very crucial. We have 3 items which are specific for glorious battle event, which again is another beloved event. So all these different KVKs, the third one being blessing KVK, where it gives extra blue diamonds, it all helps a lot, and it's amazing, especially for beginners. So I personally would encourage each and every individual to participate as much as possible, and I really hope this guide helps you guys to understand better. I always try to keep things as simple as possible, explain in as lamest way as possible, because you know things explained in the simplest manner, I believe, are the most beautifully explained things. So I hope this guide helps you all. Good luck and cheers.